Welcome to LC Screen Talk Special Oscar Coverage 2015. My name is Larry, and I'm so glad you are joining me to discuss the biggest night in the film industry. So for these special edition episodes, we will be going over all of the biggest categories before the Oscars hit the airwaves, as well as some of the smaller categories that I have the most knowledge about and have the biggest interest. For each of the categories, we'll discuss the nominees, some of the snubs that may have occurred, as well as I'll give you my personal pick for each category as the should-win choice, and my official prediction on what I think will win each category. So let's just jump right into the coverage with Best Original Song. So I went ahead, made sure I listened to all of the songs, and to me, this one is an easy one. My should win and will win align, as I believe Glory is the cream of the crop when it comes to original songs. The Common John Legend song perfectly embodies the movement that Selma is covering. It has a political message, it's relevant to today's society, as well as relevant to the movie, and it played so perfectly over the end credits in the film. I just think that it is not only a well-constructed song, but the most poignant to the film and to the film's message. So look for Glory to give Selma its only win of the evening. So I went with a friend and we watched all 10 of the short films, both live action and animated, nominated for the Oscars this year. So let's go ahead and start with live action short film. These films were so depressing. Now, the majority of them were really heavy-hearted, and one of the better ones I thought was actually Phone Call, but it's just so sad. And I don't think it's going to take it, and I don't think it should. Really, my top two personal favorites are the most uplifting of the entire bunch. One of them was Parvana, and it was kind of this cute little story of this girl in a foreign country who makes a friend and has a good time. And it kind of just showed the goodness in humanity when at first maybe you thought it wouldn't. And then my other favorite is Boogaloo and Graham, and it's about animals and animal love, as well as just human love and family. And I just thought it was such a cute story. So in my mind, it's a two-horse race. But really, again, I think the movie that should win will win when it comes to live-action short, and that is Boogaloo and Graham. Again, a super depressing category. Don't they know that they're making animated films? But there were a few shining moments for me. I thought A Single Life was hilarious. I had seen Feast before Big Hero 6 and absolutely fell in love. And I also thought Me and My Molten was just a simple, cute story. However, it looks like, according to the BAFTA Awards and the Annie Animation Awards, this is a two-horse race between The Bigger Picture and Feast. Personally, The Bigger Picture was the worst of the bunch. I just did not enjoy it. It went over my head, British humor to the max, and that's why I am going with should and will win Feast from Disney. The animation was gorgeous, the story was simple, adorable, uplifting. It has to win. It was one of Disney's best animated shorts, including their Pixar work. I'm really shocked that Ida snuck its way in, the foreign film, and Mr. Turner got one of its few nominations here, as well as Unbroken completely snuck in with Deakins, who's just a legend, and unfortunately is going to go yet again without getting his Oscar, because this is really a two-horse race between the Grand Budapest Hotel and Birdman. As you might have guessed, these are the two pictures nominated for Best Picture, and really, they have the best cinematography. The Grand Budapest Hotel is a wonder to behold, but Birdman should and will win. The cinematography in that film is divine, it's pretty much perfection, and really I can't imagine this award going to any of the other candidates. now for visual effects, probably the category that most casual moviegoers are most familiar with. While Captain America: Winter Soldier was well received by critics and fans, I just don't think that the visual effects really stack up at all against the other films in this category. X-Men: Days of Future Past was my personal favorite film of 2014, but again, I just don't think it has what it takes to really compete for the award. And while Guardians of the Galaxy provided Marvel with a very unexpected hit, it also is going to fall short. This is, yet again, a two-film race. I think it comes down to Interstellar versus Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. The Academy loves these grand scope visual effects films that have to do with space and realizing something that in actuality we can't really go out and see. So creating stuff like a black hole is a pretty phenomenal feat. And I think Interstellar does do a great job in creating this space atmosphere. But visual effects are also all about getting something that is not real and not actually there and making it feel real. And I don't think any other film did that better than Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Those apes look completely realistic. The background looks like fleshed out forest. It just is an immersive experience. And that's why my should win is Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. But I think the Academy is going to be transfixed with Interstellar. And that is the one that will win. So now, on to the Writing Awards. Let's begin with Adapted Screenplay. I'm just gonna say, there are two huge absences from this list to me. The biggest being Gone Girl. What? How did Gone Girl not get nominated for Best Adapted Screenplay? I also thought Wild was completely snubbed from this category. I think both of those should have actually been competing possibly for the win in this category, so to be completely left off is a wonder to me. And Whiplash, I know it's been explained to me several times. I'm not sure how it's an adapted screenplay, but it's a good screenplay. So while it's there, I definitely think it deserves to be competing for the win. I think Inherent Vice is the only one completely out of question for winning here. American Sniper has just swept through the nation and definitely could pull an upset. I think that Whiplash had an amazing script, and with that Best Picture nominee and the other nominations it received, it could also pull the upset. I think viably, this is between The Theory of Everything and The Imitation Game. So while I think Whiplash has the best script and should win, I think that the screenplay for The Imitation Game will win. Harvey Weinstein, you worked your magic yet again. Now on to Best Original Screenplay, and wow, is this one competitive. I think Foxcatcher had a good screenplay, but it's a dead last in my eyes. And as much as I love Nightcrawler, I just don't think it really has a shot against the top three dogs in this race. Again, the top nominees are all Best Picture nominees. I think it comes down to The Grand Budapest Hotel, Boyhood, and Birdman. Out of the three, Boyhood, the script was not all that spectacular to me. It was just there. So in my personal eyes, it comes down to Birdman and The Grand Budapest Hotel. And I think the one that should win will win this time. And that will be Wes Anderson for The Grand Budapest Hotel. It was a completely imaginative script. It spans genres. It just is so clever, so quirky, and is the most unique script of the bunch. And definitely deserves the victory. And the obvious snub in the room is the Lego Movie. While I was not so hyped up on the Lego Movie as everybody else, I definitely was shocked that it didn't receive a nomination here. Everyone thought it was going to win, and it didn't even get nominated. But that just clears the way for my favorite selection of the bunch. So Song of the Sea hasn't even really come out anywhere, and we all know that Academy voters don't really watch the animated features, so Song of the Sea I think is probably going to be dead last. I also think Princess Kaguya and the Box Trolls are going to be divisive, and I don't think they're going to garner enough support to really have a shot at making the win, which leaves us with Big Hero 6 and How to Train Your Dragon 2. And if we look at the Golden Globes and the Annie Animation Awards, the one that should win will win in this case, and that is How to Train Your Dragon 2. Not only was this my favorite animated film of the year last year, it was one of my favorite films, period. So I'm so excited that it has already gained traction, even beating out the Lego Movie in both of those award shows. I really think it deserves this win for Best Animated Picture. So thank you for watching the first edition of our Oscar coverage. Check back in as we discuss the biggest awards of the night on the next episode. And don't forget to join the conversation. Who are you predicting to win big at the Oscars this coming Sunday? Do you agree with my choices? Disagree? Let me know in the comment section down below. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter. I will be live tweeting the Oscars and would love to talk about all of the awards as they're happening this coming Sunday. I love you all so much for your support. Mwah! Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!